Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Happier Hour. Today we have with us Amruta Kharkhanis Deshmukh, and I'll not introduce her. I'll let her introduce herself because there's a huge story around what she do, why she does it. So I'll let her introduce herself. Welcome to the show, Amruta.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making me a part of this show. So, I, Amruta Kharkhanis Deshmukh, I am a sports psychologist, but I was also an athlete. I started my journey in swimming, long distance swimming. I've made a record in sea swimming from Alibag to Gateway of India, post which I went to Switzerland and I had a swim in Zurich Lake. I then got introduced to a sport called as triathlon, and I was 5-year state champion and also national champion. I was shortlisted for the Olympic preparatory squad by the federation, and that's when I realized the love for cycling, and I came into cycling. I have a total of 13 national medals and won the highest award by Government of Maharashtra called as Shiva Chhatrapati Rajya Krida Puraskar. That's the highest award that a government gives to an athlete for their achievements at a national level. While a lot of people feel that this is wow rosy, it's not the same. Actually, I went through a lot of highs and lows which got me introduced to the other side of the preparation, which is the psychological. I did my bachelor's to understand more about what was stopping me as an athlete, and I did my master's, post which for last 15 years I'm working in the field, helping grassroots, state, national, international level players to find their best performances by working on their mind as good as what they do with their body and skill training. So that is what I am. I have been an athlete and now a sports psychologist, closely working with parents and coaches to make sure that this environment is more healthier and more happier space for athletes, and that's where good performances come.
That's amazing, I mean, a person who has been athlete herself and now, doing sports psychology, I think that makes a lot of sense. And maybe the new athletes, they can actually connect with you. They can, really convey their struggles that they're going through. Absolutely. And, their highs and lows, what they see, they can actually, share with you.
So I'm going to take a point and also speak in Hindi because मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी सारे athletes मेरे साथ जो जुड़ते हैं is because मैं एक athlete थी. So when I share, मैं जब बताती हूँ कि मैं भी इससे गई थी और मैंने भी इन्हीं चीज़ों में से अपना success story बनाया, that's where they kind of align and understand that it's okay to be not okay. Yes, and plus I think a lot of today's excellent athletes all over the world are openly speaking about mental health, mental well-being and challenges which come and are a part of sports right from day one. But क्योंकि हमने सिर्फ अच्छी चीज़ों को glorify किया था, तो हमने कभी negative aspects या struggles के बारे में इतना जाना ही नहीं. But आज all over India, all over world, people understand कि जितना हमें body का ख्याल रखना है या train करना है body को, mind is also important, and a person who can help is a sports psychologist.
Correct. And in terms of sports, ये बाकी प्रोफेशन से कैसे अलग है?
Okay, तो सबसे पहली चीज़ यानी स्पोर्ट्स से कितना डायनामिक है. It's a very ever changing atmosphere. Nothing is stagnant, nothing is linear. There are ups and downs, and so happens in the lives of people who are associated with sports. So whether it is on field or whether it is fans who are watching, one of the biggest aspect that plays a role is emotions. Yes, so sports psychology is also very, very dynamic. It's not a profession where you sit in a cabin and discuss about things. One-on-one sessions do happen in cabins, but we are very much on field. We are very much with athletes, with coaches, understanding their challenges and helping them convert whatever we learn on field. So one of the most important things of sports is very, very dynamic nature, and sports psychology as well, where nothing is simple. There's always changes, there's uncertainty, there are challenges which you have not prepared for, and then that in spite of that you need to work through it. So this makes sports as well as sports psychology, a very very interesting and a field where passion is required to sustain.
So आप लोग मतलब एक्चुअली प्लेयर्स का परफॉर्मेंस भी देख रहे होते हैं कि मतलब हाउ दे आर परफॉर्मिंग एंड व्हाई सडनली समवन जो प्रैक्टिस में बहुत ही अच्छा था
जी,
एंड यू नो एक्चुअली जब दे आर प्लेइंग तो वहाँ पे डिप हो रहा है तो क्यों हो रहा है एंड देन यू
जी 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 एब्सोल्युटली, यू हैव नेल्ड इट. देखिए हम सब इंसान करके अलग है, ठीक है, और इसके लिए कोई भी अगर चैलेंज आए तो हम अलग तरीके से रिएक्ट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक ही इंसान प्रैक्टिस में बहुत अलग होता है और मैचेस कॉम्पिटिशन्स में कम्प्लीटली अलग हो जाता है. नाउ व्हाट इज़ चेंजिंग इज़ वो इंसान क्या सोच रहा है, कैसा महसूस कर रहा है, और उस चीज़ की वजह से उसके बॉडी में क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. तो वैसे तो हम प्रैक्टिस में बॉडी को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली इट इज़ सेड दैट स्पोर्ट्स इज़ 90% मेंटल एंड 10% फिजिकल, क्योंकि 90% उस जगह पर उस समय आपके मन में क्या विचार आते हैं, व्हाट डू यू फील, व्हाट आर द इमोशंस, कौन से इमोशंस महसूस करते हो, दैट हैज़ एन इम्पैक्ट ऑन योर एंटायर बॉडी एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन. तो हम स्टडी करते हैं कि एथलीट्स कैसे हैं प्रैक्टिस में, कंपटीशन में. इसमें हमें कोचेस और पेरेंट्स इनपुट्स देते हैं, प्लस प्लेयर्स खुद बताते हैं क्या क्या उन्हें लगता है, एंड दैट्स हाउ वी स्टार्ट आइडेंटिफाइंग, वी पुट डाउन द चैलेंजेस, वी यू नो फॉर्मुलेट अ केस के क्या हो रहा है, एंड देन देर इज़ अ प्रॉपर एजुकेशन. जैसे हर मसल डेवलप होता है ट्रेनिंग से, वैसे ही स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी में वी बिलीव दैट द ब्रेन कैन बी ट्रेन्ड, रीवायर्ड टू थिंक, फील एंड प्ले बेटर. So that's what we do. Yeah, it's about performing not just better than others, it is performing to your best capacity. जो lot of times is not happening because thoughts और emotions barrier बन जाते हैं.
एंड अभी आपने कहा कि मतलब जैसे यू नो यू आर नॉट ओनली टॉकिंग टू द प्लेयर्स बट यू आर ऑल्सो टॉकिंग टू कोचेज, यू आर टॉकिंग टू पेरेंट्स. सो मतलब क्या क्या आप कौन से एस्पेक्ट्स देखते हैं एंड किस चीज़ पे आप फोकस करते हैं?
ओके, सो सी इफ़ यू गो टू द वेस्ट, ठीक है, यहाँ पर वेस्ट में क्या होता है कि प्लेयर डिसाइड्स कौन सा टूर्नामेंट खेलना है, मुझे कितने सालों तक खेलना है, कब क्विट करना है. वो एक इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक कल्चर है. लेकिन लेट्स जस्ट कम टू रॉक बॉटम. इंडिया इज़ एन कलेक्टिविस्टिक कल्चर. यहाँ पर हम बड़ों की बातें सुनते हैं, उनकी चीज़ों को हम ज़्यादा मायने देते हैं. So what happens is the coach is the epitome. Yes, the parent is the one who is funding and putting a lot of investment, and both are working towards the athlete. So दोनों को चाहिए athlete का ही भला हो, but we just cannot work with the athlete because these two very important stakeholders need to be understood. So as a sports psychologist, हम parents के साथ, coaches के साथ और athlete के साथ काम करते हैं. यहाँ पर हम सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड बातें नहीं करते. यहाँ पर हम चाहते हैं कि हम उस व्यक्ति को समझें एज एन इंडिविजुअल, एज एन प्लेयर, अंडरस्टैंड देयर यू नो क्लोज सर्कल्स, हाउ दे आर कोपिंग, हाउ दे आर फीलिंग, बिकॉज ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर किसी प्लेयर को बुखार आ जाए तो उनका परफॉर्मेंस अफेक्ट हो जाता है. येस, बिकॉज योर इम्यून सिस्टम इज़ लो. वैसे ही जब एक इंसान डिप्रेस्ड फील करता है, इज नॉट मोटिवेटेड टू गो एंड ट्रेन, इवन देन यू नो देयर इज अ चेंज दैट कैन बी सीन इन द परफॉर्मेंस. सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द इकोसिस्टम इन विच द प्लेयर इज, एंड वी गेट अ लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द पेरेंट्स as well as from the coaches. One more very important factor is you know the school college related aspects as well. क्योंकि इंडिया में हम स्पोर्ट्स के साथ एकेडमिक्स को भी पैरेलली फोकस करते हैं, you know, so we get a lot of information about challenges that they are facing as student and athlete. You know, so this is all together. हम holistically उस athlete को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, and that's when we understand what is holding back. So I'll give you an example. Certain times players sometimes have a burnout in the sense they don't feel like, you know, continuing with the sport because there's a lot of efforts that have gone and now they don't feel there's enough mental energy left. There are phases in life, but one of them could be the changing phase where, you know, you see your young friends enjoying, having good time, and you know, probably even earning money, and you are putting in a lot of efforts and you have an uncertain future. So you know all these things. So we need to understand the athlete holistically. So sports psychologist सिर्फ sports related बातें नहीं करते. It's about understanding the athlete holistically and then working.
And I mean, when you work with teams, so is it like, you know, the players usually coming to you for help, or it's like, you know, really you evaluating what is happening in practice and in, you know, competition, and you going towards the athlete and saying, okay, you know, probably you need some help?
So you know, this question has put me back to 15 years when I started. 15 years back, we were the ones who would go and request the coaches to let us be a part of the system and watch and help them. But there was not much, you know, openness. Athletes used to come to us, but डर के कि अगर कोच को पता चल जाए तो वो क्या सोचेंगे, you know. But fast forward 15 years now, we have a lot of athletes going abroad, coaches traveling, understanding that it's not just the coach who's making or can make the difference. There's a big sports science team which contributes. Now slowly and steadily, academies, management, coaches, parents as well as athletes are aware and ready to accept that they need a sports psychologist with them. And so now it's a choice के साथ होने वाला process. They come to us willingly, and that's why change can be seen, because पहले 15 साल पहले it was kind of enforced. अब हम देख रहे हैं कि client खुद से जब आते हैं तो readiness होता है change के लिए, and then we work together. So we one of the mediums of how we help the athletes is by observing their training sessions. We identify, there's a lot of assessment that happens, and we speak to coaches, athletes, parents, as I said, in a proper interview, and then we holistically work on them. तो ये काफ़ी सारे sources of information होते हैं. हमें भी समझ में आता है कौन से areas है, लेकिन खुद athletes और parents are very और coaches are very aware कि हमें कौन से challenges आ रहे हैं. तो as sports psychologists that become a starting point, और फिर हम skill development में चले जाते हैं.
And मतलब sports psychology, is it like, you know, starts after a certain age of the players, या फिर मतलब जितने भी छोटे बच्चे भी जब sports में enter करते हैं उनको भी दी जाती है?
So again a very interesting question. Sports psychology जैसे हमारा physical development होता है वैसे ही हमारे psychological developmental stages होते हैं. So I can say that ideally 10 and 11 years is a good age where, you know, the kid will start understanding and you know contributing towards the process. कभी कभार ये 12-13 साल भी हो सकता है, depends individually. But there are few sports like swimming, gymnastics, skating, which starts way earlier. Yes, they start as toddlers. So at that point in time, sports psychologists majorly help the coaches and parents to create an environment where the child's progress can happen better. Yes. But as I gave you an example when we were speaking behind the scene, that, you know, I did an recent assignment with a gymnastics team where kids of 8 and 9 years old have done a 14 session proper program. और सेशन के आखिर में उन्होंने कहा 14 सेशन क्यों लिए, 44 सेशंस तो लेती हमारे साथ. So you know, I was happy because that means that even on very very highly intellectual you know topic can be broken down to simple concepts. कि मुझे किसी और से अच्छा नहीं बनना, मुझे मेरा बेहतरीन बनना है. मुझे हार के पास देखने से ज़्यादा जो ट्रेनिंग मैंने की है उसके ऊपर फोकस करना है. These are so simple basic concepts which if you ingrain in the child at a very early age can have a great impact on their mindset. ठीक है? So when we work with kids under 10, we keep it simple, playful, lot of activities. A good amount of work is done with coaches and parents. जबकि हम जब बड़े बड़े बच्चों के साथ काम करते हैं तो ग्रुप सेशंस में हम एजुकेशन होता है हमारा, एंड देन one-on-one sessions where we, you know, sit and focus on a particular challenge that an athlete is facing. So that becomes very very interesting and very very personalized you know kind of a journey.
And you know, you mentioned about with kids you had this 14 sessions, right? तो आपने क्या क्या कवर किया उस 14 सेशंस में विद द किड्स?
So, there are 5 mental skills which are very, very prominently, emphasized in sports psychology. So, first and foremost is motivation and commitment. Because अगर drive ही ना हो तो बच्चे क्या ही क्यों इतने 20 साल 25 साल अपनी ज़िंदगी के एक ही एक्टिविटी में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. There are going to be highs and lows, failures and successes, but they need to keep on going on the journey, and that is what is commitment, focus, commitment and motivation. So first is that. Second is about how good you become as an athlete. बहुत सा डिपेंड करता है आप कौन सी चीज़ों के ऊपर फोकस करते हो. ठीक है. सो अटेंशन, फोकस, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, दीज आर सर्टन थिंग्स दैट वी स्टडी. तीसरी चीज़ इमोशंस बहुत ज़रूरी है. ऐसे नहीं है कि इमोशंस हमारे दुश्मन ही हैं. दे एक्चुअली मेक अस अलर्ट, दे एक्चुअली प्रिपेयर अवर बॉडी. सो इन साइकोलॉजिकल वेरी वेरी टेक्निकल टर्म्स वी कॉल इट एज अराउजल. सो अराउजल हाई हो तो भी प्रॉब्लम, लो हो तो भी प्रॉब्लम. तो हाउ डू यू फाइंड योर राइट अराउजल लेवल्स एंड यू गिव योर बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस. देन वी ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड दैट देयर इज स्ट्रेस. अब आप समझिए कि काफ़ी लोग कहते हैं कि स्ट्रेस तो बड़ा, जैसे उम्र बड़ी होती है वैसे आता है, बट स्ट्रेस हैज़ नथिंग टू डू विद एज. आज मेरी बच्ची को 8 साल की उम्र में भी स्ट्रेस आ रहा है बिकॉज शी हैज़ टू कीप अप विद हर एकेडमिक्स एज वेल एज हर एक्टिविटीज़. यस. सो व्हाट आई वांट एंड व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, इफ देयर इज अ डिस्क्रिपेंसी तो स्ट्रेस हो रहा है. सो इफ़ यू सी स्पोर्ट्स करियर एंड academic life go parallelly. So it's very important that student athlete life balance होना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. So stress management is something that we cover. Then we cover most importantly self confidence and how to build it. Yeah, what you think about yourself, what you feel about yourself, and how you can be more positive about yourself. Now all these are skills. We do it by helping them learn tools of setting right kind of goals, evaluating those goals, readjusting the goals, learning something very very technical like energizing yourself. How do you fill yourself with energy to give that burst of performance, or you calm yourself down, relax yourself. Then we teach them how to visualize, how to see your performance well in advance, to see yourself doing it nicely. So that is one more thing, imagery. And then there's the most important crux of sports psychology, the mother of all techniques, called as self-talk. So what you talk to yourself makes a lot of difference. So how do you manage negative thoughts? How do you create more positive thoughts? How do you restructure them? So these are skills, and how do you use them in practice? How do you make your mental plans? How do you actually use it in competitions? This is called as psychoeducation, which I personally believe is my forte of work, because as an athlete जब मैं छोटी थी, काफ़ी बार मेरे कोचेस ने मुझे कहा, बेटा आप ज़्यादा सवाल मत पूछिए, हम जो कह रहे हैं वो उससे फॉलो कर लीजिए. सो आई एज अ चाइल्ड फेल्ट वेरी डिससैटिस्फाइड कि क्यों मुझे मेरे कोचेस नहीं बता रहे. वेयर एज व्हेन आई केम इनटू साइकिलिंग आई हैड अ कोच हु वाज यंग, हु वाज वेरी डायनामिक and who loved my questions. So if he was not prepared, he would prepare and come and give answers to me, and he still remembers me for my questions. So I believe now when I am in the coach's chair as a sports psychologist, मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरे बच्चे सवाल पूछे, उनका स्पून फीडिंग थोड़ा कम हो जाए जो स्कूल में और घर में होता है. तो मेरे सेशंस बिल्कुल भी अबाउट सॉल्यूशंस नहीं होते. वी ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट every client has the capacity to self-actualize. It's just that because of stressors, because of anxiety, आप you are not able to think in the best way. So हम as counselors, as sports psychologists, are there to show you a mirror of who you are, and help you become the better version of yourself. So एक काउंसलर का जॉब और हमारा जॉब कोई ज़्यादा फ़र्क है नहीं. The only thing is our education is more about performance, challenges in performance, and how do you, understand the social theories of why people behave the way they do. So failure इतना important क्यों है? हाँ सक्सेस के बारे में क्या होता है, वाई डू यू गेट इन टू एन कम्फर्ट जोन व्हेन यू हैव अचीव्ड सक्सेस, वाई डू यू फियर फेलियर सो मच. So these are all aspects that we focus on and teach the kids through activities, through games, which is a way that they can learn faster. And to be very honest, a lot of parents have always told me Amruta Tai, and they call me Tai. Okay, so Amruta Tai, we can see a drastic change in the way they have started looking at things. Perception has changed, and that is what I call as mindset shift. क्योंकि whatever I teach is a reflection of challenges that they're going to have in life and how they're going to overcome them. So these are life skills, है ना. अगर आप स्पोर्ट्स फील्ड देखो तो it's very unpredictable.
Correct.
आप प्रिपेयर होके जा रहे हो, चीज़ें क्या होंगी आपको नहीं पता. कभी अच्छी भी हो सकती है, कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपने तो बहुत अच्छा ट्राई किया था पर नहीं हुआ. So it teaches you to accept a lot of things, work over it, not quit, persist and go ahead. Yeah, so that's what we in sports psychology help do better. क्योंकि शायद मैं I'll be controversial by saying this, but शायद कुछ साल पहले तक जर्नी बहुत अलग थी एथलीट्स की, अब बहुत ज़्यादा डिमांडिंग हो गई है. देखिए कंपटीशन भी बहुत बढ़ गई है, नंबर ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशन्स भी बढ़ गए हैं, तो दे आर कॉन्स्टेंटली अंडर प्रेशर. ओके, सो अगर हमने रिसोर्सेज नहीं इंक्रीज की टू हेल्प देम मैनेज द प्रेशर, then we are losing out on a good talent. Yeah, so that's how sports psychology is really helping in talent management and making sure they're doing best in their best capacities. Yeah.
Okay, and you were talking about again kids. I'm coming back to kids again. So what are the simple tips and tricks that you use in your sessions that other kids can also apply to their trainings?
सबसे पहले बच्चों के साथ ट्रिक्स बोलूँ तो बच्चों ने स्पोर्ट्स क्यों सिलेक्ट किया, या फिर वाई दे आर इनटू अ स्पोर्ट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ द फन. ठीक है, तो टू मेंटेन दैट फन बहुत ज़रूरी है. ठीक है, तो कोचेस ने वो फन मेंटेन करने के लिए एक्टिविटीज़ ऐसे करनी जो फन रिटेन कर पाए. पेरेंट्स हु कैन हेल्प द किड्स नॉट जस्ट लुक एट विनिंग और नॉट लूजिंग, बट अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल जहाँ पर हम इम्प्रूव हो रहे हैं, बेटर हो रहे हैं. तो मैं मेरे बच्चों से हमेशा कहती हूँ कि वी विल फोकस ऑन एफर्ट्स. ओके, सो आप मुझे एक बात बताइए कि आप एक कंपटीशन जीत के आए हैं, लेकिन वहाँ पर कोई ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटिटर्स थे नहीं. ठीक है, और आपको एफर्ट डालने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ी, तो ऐसा मेडल आपको पसंद है, या फिर आप एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट कंपटीशन में गए हो और जहाँ पर आपने आपका बेस्ट दिया है बट यू हैव नॉट वन अ मेडल. सो मुझे अच्छा लगने के लिए कहते हैं हाँ सेकंड वाला, लेकिन आई नो एवरीवन इज बिहाइंड मेडल्स. सो वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट ट्रिक्स एंड theory of sports psychology is to focus on play and performance, to focus on your preparation and process rather than result and winning losing. Okay, so winning and losing will come as a byproduct. वो आएगा अगर हमने हमारा परफॉर्मेंस दिया है. ठीक है, तो जब पेरेंट्स, कोचेस और बच्चे परफॉर्मेंस के पीछे भागेंगे, उसे गोल बनाएंगे, तो ज़रूर उनका आउटकम बेहतर की ओर आता है. सो दैट इज़ वन ट्रिक. द सेकेंड ट्रिक वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज़ के मैंने जैसे कहा हम किस चीज़ के ऊपर फोकस कर रहे हैं. सो मैं मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बताती हूँ और मेरा पर्सनल एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ कि मैं बहुत फोकस थी जब मैं स्पोर्ट्स में थी. बिल्कुल मैं कहीं डिस्ट्रैक्टेड नहीं थी, कभी बॉयज़ रडार पे नहीं थे, कौन क्या कर रहा है ज़िंदगी में, कोच वॉज नॉट इन रडार, एक्सेप्ट आई वॉज वेरी फोकस्ड ऑन मेरे कॉम्पिटिटर की हाइट क्या है, उसके पास कौन से नए इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, वो किन के पास ट्रेनिंग ले रही है. नाउ आई एम वेरी फोकस्ड बट ऑन रॉन्ग थिंग्स. सो डज दैट हेल्प मी? नो. So it's very very important what you focus on. In sports psychology there is a good amount of emphasis given on focus training. कि आप किन चीज़ों के ऊपर फोकस करोगे तो आपका परफॉर्मेंस बेहतर होगा. तो हमारा फोकस हमारे प्रेपरेशन के ऊपर, हमारे एरियाज ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट के ऊपर, हमारी स्ट्रेंथ के ऊपर, जो हमारा अच्छा हमारी अच्छी चीज़ें होती हैं उसके ऊपर रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज, इससे हम थोड़ा सा कंफर्टेबल फील करते हैं और कॉन्फिडेंट फील करते हैं. स्पोर्ट्स एंड कॉन्फिडेंस इज यू नो दे गो हैंड्स इन हैंड। तो जो बच्चे कॉन्फिडेंट हैं वो बेहतर करते हैं, ठीक है। इसी के लिए कॉन्फिडेंस बच्चों का मेंटेन हो, इसके लिए हम कंपटीशन के हार और जीत के साथ उसे नहीं अलाइन करेंगे। सो द थर्ड टिप इज दैट वेदर यू विन और लूज, व्हाट आर द काइंड ऑफ एफर्ट्स यू हैव पुट, हाउ मच यू हैव इम्प्रूव्ड, व्हाट यू हैव लर्न फ्रॉम दिस एक्सपीरियंस, इसके ऊपर ज़्यादा एम्फोसिस देना ज़रूरी है। एंड यू नो हर ट्रेनिंग में आप गोल सेट कर सकते हैं, हर ट्रेनिंग के गोल को आप अचीव कर सकते हैं। एंड जैसे ही आप वो ट्रेनिंग का गोल अचीव करते हो, यू फील अ सेंस ऑफ अकम्पलिशमेंट। तो कॉन्फिडेंस बस कंपटीशन में जीत के ही नहीं आएगा, हम छोटे छोटे गोल सेट करके उन्हें अचीव करके कॉन्फिडेंस मिला सकते हैं। सो दीज 3 आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप्स दैट कैन रियली हेल्प अ बडिंग प्लेयर, जो एक प्लेयर है जो अब कॉम्पिटिटिव में आ रहे हैं, उनके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर ध्यान दीजिए, आप सही चीज़ों के ऊपर ध्यान दीजिए, अपने आप के आपके अच्छी चीज़ों के ऊपर, आप क्या सीख रहे हैं उसके ऊपर, और आपके कॉन्फिडेंस को डेवलप करने के लिए छोटे छोटे गोल्स सेट कीजिए और उन्हें अचीव करने की कोशिश कीजिए। तो हर रोज़ आपको एक पिल ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस जैसे मिल रहा है, ऐसे आपको मिल पाएगा।
सो इट्स नॉट लाइक कॉन्फिडेंट बच्चे पैदा होते हैं, बट कॉन्फिडेंट बच्चे बनाए जाते हैं।
Very very tricky question, but yes, we always say that mental skills can be developed. Yeah, I can give you an example. There are certain players who are temperamentally strong, ठीक है, कि बिंदास्त होते हैं, एवे ही कर लेंगे। वो कॉन्फिडेंस कभी कभार फॉल्स भी हो तो भी हेल्प करता है। Yes. Versus some players who are really talented लेकिन सोचते रहते हैं will I be able to do, ये होगा कि नहीं हुआ तो क्या। So you know confidence is a very important part of sports and success. But as I say, confidence depends upon what you think. So जब हम थिंकिंग इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं, सेल्फ टॉक, मैंने जो आपको पहले भी कहा था कि हम अपने आप से क्या बात करते हैं, ये जब हम एथलीट का बदलते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स फीलिंग कॉन्फिडेंट। सो कॉन्फिडेंस कैन बी डेवलप्ड।
एंड जैसे आपने कहा कि यू नो सेल्फ टॉक इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, आप अपने आप से क्या बात करते हैं वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो मतलब अगर किसी को चेंज करना हो कि वो अपने आप से क्या बात कर रहे हैं, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल आज यू नो बहुत नेगेटिव थॉट्स आ रहे हैं अपने बारे में, हाउ कैन दैट बी चेंज्ड?
वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन। सो इमेजिन कीजिए कि आपका दांत दुख रहा है, ठीक है, तो आप डेंटिस्ट के पास जाओगे और कहोगे कि मेरा दांत दुख रहा है। क्या द डेंटिस्ट क्या आपका दांत डायरेक्टली निकाल देंगे? नहीं। सबसे पहले तो वो पूरा दांत चेक करेंगे।
करेक्ट।
हाँ, जो दांत पेन कर रहा है उसके आगे पीछे सब जगह ठोक के देखेंगे कौन सा पेन कर रहा है। वंस दे आइडेंटिफाई कि ये पेन कर रहा है, एक्सरे निकालेंगे। एक्सरे निकालने के बाद देखेंगे हाँ यहाँ पर तो इन्फेक्शन लग रहा है, तो हमें आरसी रूट कैनल करना पड़ेगा। सो देयर इज अ प्रोसेस।
करेक्ट।
सिमिलरली इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी ऑल्सो दैट वी काइंड ऑफ आइडेंटिफाई कि पहले गलत क्या है। तो अवेयरनेस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और अवेयरनेस कब आएगा? जब उसे हम कहीं नोट डाउन करेंगे।
ओके।
सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टेक्निक इन स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी इज जर्नलिंग। नॉट जस्ट स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी, इन जनरल साइकोलॉजी कोई भी आप मेंटल हेल्थ प्रैक्टिशनर के पास जाएंगे, दे विल ऑलवेज हेल्प यू आउट विद जर्नलिंग योर थॉट्स। तो जब आप जर्नल करते हो कि आपको क्या लग रहा है, एंड लाइक यू गिव मी एन एग्जांपल, बहुत नेगेटिव थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, देन आई राइट इट डाउन एंड आई रियलाइज दैट there are so many negative thoughts. Why am I feeling like this? Oh, because today sir yelled at me in front of my friends. So I'm feeling bad that I'm not good enough. Okay. But does he always, then comes the role of a sports psychologist. Yeah. Does he always do that? No. What happened today? Okay. Did you do something like this? Acha. Why did you do that? And then, you know, kind of you get into correction. So over the time we help them realize that first you need to know what is a negative thought that is coming. Okay, you should see what is the emotion coming because of the thought. गुस्सा आ रहा है, बुरा लग रहा है, गिल्टी लग रहा है, सैड लग रहा है, ठीक है। Now that trigger has not made you feel sad. सर ने चिल्लाया, इसके लिए आपको बुरा नहीं लग रहा है। सबके सामने सर ने क्यों चिल्लाया? हाँ, उन्हें ये कैसे नहीं पता चला कि अब सब फ्रेंड्स मुझे चिढ़ाएंगे? हाँ, I'll be made a joke of. तो ये जो मेरे ही थॉट्स हैं, ये मुझे बुरा फील करवा रहे हैं. एंड दैट्स वेयर यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ CBT, REBT, these are technical terms but these are theoretical concepts that are used in sports psychology, जहाँ पर हम बच्चों को सिखाते हैं कि आपके थॉट्स कैसे आपके प्रॉब्लम्स को एग्रीवेट करते हैं, कैसे आपके इमोशंस को, आपके परफॉर्मेंस को अफेक्ट करते हैं. सो जर्नलिंग इज़ द टेक्निक दैट यू कैन यूज़ to help yourself become aware, accept and then kind of change over by looking at the triggers and what you were thinking in that space. Now I cannot expect, मैं नहीं expect कर सकती कि बच्चे खुद से ये सब कुछ कर पाए. That is where a mental health professional, एक sports psychologist की ज़रूरत होती है, जो उन बच्चों को गाइड कर पाए कि कैसे, जैसे परफॉर्मेंस में एरर होते हैं वैसे थिंकिंग में एरर्स होते हैं, जिसे हम कॉग्निटिव डिस्टॉर्शंस कहते हैं. कभी कभार ये एक्सपेक्ट करना कि जो मैं चाहता हूँ या चाहती हूँ वैसा ही होना चाहिए, या कभी कभार ऐसा सोचना कि मुझसे गलती होनी ही नहीं चाहिए. कभी कभार ऐसे सोचना कि दूसरे आगे जा रहे हैं मैं क्यों पीछे हूँ. या कभी कभार ये सोचना कि मेरे सर ने मेरे बारे में अच्छा ही सोचना है. यू नो दीज आर वेरी कॉमन थिंग्स इन स्पोर्ट्स, but these are actually thinking errors which are leading to a volume of emotions जिसका असर परफॉर्मेंस पे हो रहा है. तो कोच महसूस ही नहीं कर पाएगा कि ये क्यों हो रहा है, जबकि बच्चे ने मन में ठान के रखा है कि मैं तो अच्छा नहीं हूँ, सर को तो दूसरा बच्चा अच्छा लगता है. So these are certain you know errors that happen in thinking and sports psychologists लगते हैं to help them identify और फिर उसके ऊपर काम होता है.
Interesting. And you know sports psychology के around क्या क्या myths है?
बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है ये तो. कैसे है ना, मैंने शुरुआत में आपसे कहा कि 15 साल पहले हम कोचेस, पेरेंट्स, प्लेयर्स के पास जाते थे, प्लीज़ कम टू अस, एंड दे वुड स्टिल नॉट कम. फिर मैं कुछ 10 साल पहले की बात करूं तो आने लगे, लेकिन आ नहीं रहे थे, हमें बुला रहे थे उनके घर.
अच्छा.
ताकि किसी और को पता ना हो कि हम उनसे मिल रहे हैं. आज वो कंफर्टेबल है हमारे केबिन में आने के लिए. दैट मीन्स देयर आर 10 पीपल हु नो he or she is coming to me. So there are changes in the way things are happening, but still the first myth is कि आप जैसे पैदा हुए हो आप वैसे ही रहने वाले हो. सो कोई रोतलू है या कोई घबराने वाला एथलीट है या कोई अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट है तो जिंदगी भर वैसा ही रहेगा. ठीक है, दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट मिथ. द सेकेंड मिथ इज़ कि ये सिर्फ इलीट एथलीट्स के लिए, नए बच्चों के लिए नहीं है. ठीक है. द थर्ड मिथ इज़ कि इसमें तो बहुत टाइम जाता है और कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं है इसका, सब कुछ करके तो सिर्फ बातें करते हैं और कुछ नहीं होने वाला. चौथा मिथ है कि यू नो लोग हमें पागल तो नहीं समझने लगेंगे. यस, मुझे टीम से निकाला तो नहीं जाएगा. विल आई बी जज्ड बाय पीपल. सो दीज आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट कम अलॉन्ग कि जिसकी वजह से इन स्पाइट ऑफ नोइंग कि मुझे हेल्प चाहिए, अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स एथलीट्स 10 बार सोचते हैं. यस, बट थैंक्स टू, मैंने जैसे कहा, थैंक्स टू अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेटर्स, गुड लेवल ऑफ स्विमर्स, जिमनास्ट ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड जो मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए ब्रेक ले रहे हैं या फिर यू नो एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं कि हम डिप्रेशन से जा रहे हैं, हमको सुसाइडियल लगा है, या फिर हम यू नो वी गॉट इनटू एक्सट्रीम phases where you know we were not able to control ourselves, we got into substance. Yes, this happens and it is very very common. और जिसके लिए स्पोर्ट्स ही उन्हें बाहर निकालता है, और कभी कभार स्पोर्ट्स के चैलेंजेस क्योंकि अच्छे से हैंडल नहीं कर पाए थे वो लोग, उसकी वजह से वो ऐसे सिचुएशंस में गए हैं. सो येस, दैट इज़ वाई दीज डेज मेंटल हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स आर क्लोजली वर्किंग ऑन मेंटल वेलबींग ऑफ एथलीट्स. बस परफॉर्मेंस ही ज़रूरी नहीं है, उस बच्चे का खुश रहना और उसका हैप्पीली उस एक्टिविटी को करना उतना ही ज़रूरी है. सो दैट्स वाई मेंटल हेल्थ इज़ प्रेस्ड अपॉन everywhere, right from grassroots to the top elite level. To be very honest, the Olympic Association has a committee and a lot of athletes have come together and made protocols to make sure that athletes mental health is prioritized. Abhi Olympics mein there was special care taken where you know you can go and speak to someone if you have challenges. We also had sports psychologists this time, first time in this Olympic squad जो प्लेयर्स के लिए थे. मेंटल हेल्थ क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट थे, साइकाइट्रिस्ट थे, जिनको आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो अगर आपको कोई तकलीफ हो। ओनली द सैड पार्ट वाज कि स्क्वाड बहुत बड़ा था और नंबर्स कम थे, तो शायद नंबर्स और बढ़ेंगे तो प्लेयर्स को और हम अच्छे से हैंडल कर सकते हैं। बट दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ द रियलिटी, दैट यस स्पोर्ट्स से आपका मेंटल हेल्थ अच्छा होता है, लेकिन स्पोर्ट्स के चैलेंजेस की वजह से जब मेंटल चैलेंजेस आते हैं तो यू नो यू वांट टू टेक हेल्प एंड द मिथ इज दैट डोंट आस्क फॉर हेल्प. So it's okay to be not okay is what is coming up. It's okay to have challenges and to ask for help and come out of it. So I'll give you a simple example of Simone Biles, one of the greatest gymnasts, who in last Olympics withdrew from Olympics after she came to the Olympic, village. That's was a big shock for a lot of people कि ऐसे कैसे आप कर सकते हो, but the kind of performance वो दे रही थी, when if she is not in the mental state और उससे कुछ भी गलती हो जाए it can cost her life. तो she backed off, she went into therapy, and this time she has, there was a title with in a newspaper which said that I had a session in the morning and then I played my finals and won a medal. So it is important where अब बड़े players openly कह रहे हैं कि हाँ हमें भी मुश्किलें हैं, सिर्फ आपको ही नहीं, हम भी वही challenges face कर रहे हैं और हम उसके ऊपर काबू मिला के वापस success की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं.
And sports psychology, is it only for physical sports or is it also for mental sports?
Okay, so do you mean mental sports like chess?
Yes.
Yes. So a lot of people feel कि chess में, archery में, shooting में, billiards में क्या ही लगता है, physical fitness तो लगता ही नहीं है, ऐसे लगता है. And mental training बहुत ही ज़्यादा important होगा, लेकिन क्या वो actually किया जाता है? So let me correct you. सब sports में फिजिकल फिटनेस इज द प्राइम मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट. अगर आप चेस भी खेल रहे हो तो यू विल सी द बेस्ट प्लेयर्स. इफ यू आस्क मुकेश हाउ मेनी आवर्स डू यू प्ले, ही विल सी अ बिग नंबर. अगर मुझे दिन के 8-10 घंटे यूँ बैठ के खेलना है, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर वन ऑफ माई अर्ली केसेज इन माई करियर, वो बच्चा था who would play 10, 12, 14 hours a day. So he start playing like this and end of the day he used to play like this, with his head down. Because his spine was tired, because his body was fatigued. Do you think he'll be able to play the same level of sport with a tired body? The answer is no. Yes. So moreover, what I feel is that physical fitness is very very important because mind and body are reflection of each other. तो जब fitness के ऊपर ध्यान देते हैं, you kind of have good hormones playing a part. When it comes to sports like chess, archery, shooting, billiards, a bigger part is played by the mind. Okay, so mind का alert रहना, mind का flexible होना, mind का agile होना, हाँ, quickly shift होना gears, ठीक है, mind का endurance अच्छा होना, घंटों उसी में चीज़ें करते रहना, ये मेंटल फिटनेस के बारे में है. तो येस, दीज प्लेयर्स स्पेंड मोर टाइम और शुड हैव मोर ways in which their mental recovery and their mental strength and fitness is put to test. तो yes, जैसे गुकेश के जर्नी में Paddy Upton played a role, and a lot of archery, shooting, ऐसे games में there is a big chunk of credit given to sports psychologists and mental health practitioners, क्योंकि mind का कंट्रोल में रहना इन गेम्स में बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. Yes.
And where do sports psychologists work?
Very interesting question. So at the beginning I said we very much work on field. So what are these fields? Okay, so sports psychologists work at competitive training centers. So we work at academies, we work with high performance centers, we work with high achiever players, as well as we work with sports clubs where there are mass sports activities happening. ठीक है? स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट का उपयोग करते हैं आजकल टू मेक श्योर द कोचेस ट्रेनिंग इज हैपनिंग, वर्कशॉप्स आर हैपनिंग फॉर पेरेंट्स के बच्चों के ऊपर प्रेशर कैसे ना डाले. सो स्मॉलर क्लब्स एंड अकेडमीज आर ऑल्सो गेटिंग इन टू इट, वेयर एज स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट प्राइमरीली यूज मोर फॉर परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा कैसे करे. सो हाई परफॉर्मेंस सेंटर्स जो होते हैं, अब बहुत सारा प्राइवेट पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप PPP है, you know, so you have so many tycoons who have invested in sports, yeah, whether it is Tata's, whether it's JSW, whether it is different corporate bodies, Reliance. So they have their own set of sports science team, जिसमें sports psychology is a very prominent word. These are all high performance athletes जो आगे जाके internationally इंडिया को represent करने वाले हैं. तो ये centers हैं, एसोसिएशंस एंड क्लब्स लेवल पे हम काम करते हैं. हम अपनी प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस भी करते हैं जहाँ पर लोग खुद से हमारे पास आते हैं. Okay, so it happens in a cabin as well as on field. Yes.
And you mentioned about sports science team.
Yes.
That most of the teams have. So what exactly is a sports science team और कौन-कौन होते हैं उसमें?
Okay, so देखिए हम एक परफॉर्मेंस जो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं एथलीट से, ये ह्यूमन बॉडी is not actually meant for it. Okay, so you have to use the best of the sciences to get the best performance out of people. So biomechanically, nutritionally, physiologically, recovery wise. So then there is a SNC, strength and conditioning person, who builds the body in a way which will have less injuries and train harder. You have a sports physician who is a doctor who specializes with sports. You have a nutritionist who is planning the diet and recovery of the player with food. You have a physio who is taking care of, injury management. You have a sports psychologist who is taking care of the mental health. You have a sports masseur who is, helping with recovery. Yeah, so there's a big team. There are sleep experts these days who help with sleep related aspects. So, with my company as well, we have a sleep expert who helps in bettering the quality of sleep, because that is closely related to their recovery and how they feel in the next training or competition. So it's very, very important that the athlete's body is ready for the next challenge in every aspect. So whether it is physical, or whether it is nutritionally, or whether it is in recovery, or it is mental health. So we are a sports science team.
Interesting. That's very interesting. And in terms of when we look at athletes or sports person in India and foreigners, the performance on ground is quite different. Why do you think that's the case?
Okay. So first and foremost, abroad, the emphasis given on winning is very different than what it is in India. India mein winning is like wow and is the only thing that is important. जबकि abroad अगर आप जाओगे, if you go to the West, they believe in progress, they believe in improvement, and they believe that success is a byproduct. So because they feel success is okay, and failure is also okay. So they are okay with success as well as failure. So there are not very high expectations that you go with, and then there are like disappointments that happen when you don't perform. Coming to Indians, high expectations, a lot of demandingness from people who are in the ecosystem as well as the athletes sometimes themselves. And because there are high expectations, then there is fear of failure. Because success is the only thing that we want. We are not here for failure. So avoid करना है failure, और मुझे success चाहिए जो मेरे हाथ में है नहीं, क्योंकि काफ़ी बाकी लोग भी हैं, काफ़ी और चीज़ें भी हैं जो responsible ठहराई जाती है. So this is the major difference, that they are playing more freely. Their body and mind are more in synergy, and they are able to perform better versus our athletes who are not able to do their best, and a great extent is because of their psychological barriers, may it be from the authorities, sponsors, coaches, parents, और I may say even the athletes, perfectionistic athletes, कि हम अच्छा ही करना चाहते हैं. तो anxiety high, confidence low, focus deviated, lot of stress, and these are the ways in which Indian athletes may sometimes not be able to perform to their optimal what they are capable of. Yes, so this is a classical change. Now I won't say that in Western athletes this doesn't happen, but the number is less because as I told you कि ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम वर्ल्ड कप जीतने के बाद जब गई,
नॉर्मल घर पहुंच गई.
हाँ घर पहुंच गए, कप लेके आ गए.
हाँ.
इंडिया में तो पूरा रोड्स आर ब्लॉक्ड एंड पीपल आर सेलिब्रेटिंग. उसी टीम को टेस्ट मैच में लॉस के बाद यू आर थ्रोइंग stones at them, chappals at them, and you know, making memes on them. So here a lot of expectations and demands का pressure होता है, whereas there winning and losing both are treated equally. So कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. So that is what helps. So that's a very big difference in their mindsets. Yeah.
So how can players deal with this kind of, you know, huge expectation that, you know, they have of themselves, people around them have on them, country has on them? So how can they deal with this kind of expectations?
So one, this cannot happen by just working with athletes. And that is where reform takes time. Yes. Over the time, introspect करने के बाद पता चल रहा है कि even when crores of people, crores of money is invested in sports and excellence, क्यों हमने उतने ज़्यादा मेडल्स नहीं लाया? ओके, आई विल टेक दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑन दिस पॉडकास्ट टू आंसर. जब मैं खेल रही थी 25 साल पहले, ओलंपिक पहुंचना ही बड़ी बात थी. आज हम बस पहुंच नहीं रहे, हम तो मेडल कंटेंडर्स में भी है. डिड यू रियलाइज अ लॉट ऑफ अस, वी हैव लॉस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ मेडल्स वेयर वी वर ऑन फोर्थ. करेक्ट, वी आर ऑन फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ. सो इट मीन्स दैट वी आर रियली गोइंग वेल. यस, इट्स जस्ट दैट अब हमने सिर्फ फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड और वो भी फर्स्ट ही गोल्ड को ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस दिया है. वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी द गुड दैट इज हैपनिंग. यस, सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट वी सी दैट इफ देर इज़ अ रिफॉर्म दैट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड, तो वो हर लेवल पे आना ज़रूरी है, जहाँ पर हम सक्सेस और फेलियर को रीडिफाइन करें. सक्सेस इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट द पोजिशन और रैंक दैट वी हैव अर्न, but personal best. जैसे नीरज चोपड़ा, in spite of losing from an Olympic gold to an Olympic silver this year, has actually performed his personal best. Correct. So for me as a sports psychologist, it is as good as a gold.
Correct.
Yeah, the world will say, but he lost to an player whom he had beaten last time.
Correct.
But this is a competitive journey. Do we all know backhand क्या हुआ है? How many number of injuries he has fought through? How was his journey where, you know, he felt कि शायद मैं खेल भी नहीं पाऊंगा, versus going there and being the top thrower in the first few rounds, and then the best person comes and wins. So it's not about you being better than others or not. The one who performs good on that particular day, that's the person who's the winner. And the moment this sportsmanship comes in, I think the reform will happen.
Yeah. And you know, in terms of, again, if you see, at least if I talk about Olympics, it's always US and China, right, who are topping the charts.
Yes.
So हमें कितना time लगेगा वहाँ तक पहुँचने में, क्योंकि like you yourself mentioned, there are lot of athletes who were like on 4.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we are there but not there.
Okay. So very true. Now let me tell you that हम progress तो बिल्कुल कर रहे हैं, and that is because science is brought into place. If you see US and China, the process is very very science driven. ठीक है?
Okay.
आपकी athlete का selection बहुत जल्दी हो रहा है. हमको पता चल रहा है उनका मसल स्टडी हो रहा है, ये कौन से स्पोर्ट्स में अच्छा करेंगे, इनको स्पेसिफिक सेंटर्स में रख के उनके ऊपर ट्रेनिंग की जा रही है. So there are a lot of good things that are happening here, which have been happening for years, and they have a system in place. We are new to this system. So what changes we are seeing that have been brought by government are showing up. बस थोड़ा सा और टाइम लगने वाला है, where we will see a good amount of medals rising in. Sports science is making a lot of difference along with coaching. Yes. But again, if you see in this Olympics, a lot of players and coaches have emphasized mental training and lack of mental training as the biggest barrier in Olympic performance. क्योंकि हम believe नहीं कर सकते, ये हमारा ड्रीम होता है एज एन एथलीट टू प्ले ओलंपिक्स. यू सी दैट विलेज, यू सी ऑल दोज प्लेयर्स जिनको आपने बचपन में एज हीरोज देखा है, या व्हाइल यू आर ग्रोइंग एंड देन यू आर विद देम एंड प्रोबेबली फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट स्पॉट. It's you know exciting and it plays with your emotions. The environment is different, the expectations is different. You know, a government sponsorships, parents, your family, your relatives, your entire ecosystem is expecting you to get a medal when you come back. And that is an pressure. It gives a lot of intrusive thoughts which need to be calmed down. और आपको आपके focus करना होता है आपके play के ऊपर, आपके process के ऊपर. तो big chunk is on mental, and still in India sports psychology has not become a very very important preparatory requirement. अब हो रही है but जितने प्रमाण में होनी चाहिए उतनी नहीं है. I think that is the game changer. Yes, mental training. Yes.
And you know, अभी भी इंडिया में बहुत सारे गांव हैं, छोटे शहर है जहाँ पे स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट अवेलेबल नहीं है
जी,
राइट, बट बच्चों में टैलेंट है एंड दे आर परस्यूइंग स्पोर्ट्स. तो वहाँ पे बच्चे या उनके पेरेंट्स या उनके कोचेस क्या कर सकते हैं टू रियली मेक देम मेंटली स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड यू नो बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इंटरनेशनल स्पोर्ट्स?
So I think I'm going to take an opportunity to you know speak about the work that I do if I have an permission to do that. And my company Nut Sports ये जानती है कि जो टैलेंट है ये सब उन सिटीज से आ रहा है जहाँ पर स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट अभी तक पहुंचे ही नहीं है. वी आर इन टायर 1 और मैक्स टायर 2 सिटीज, लेकिन जो रियल टैलेंट है इज इन द इंटीरियर्स ऑफ इंडिया. सो यू नो अलॉन्ग विथ मेकिंग श्योर कि हम लोगों तक पहुंचे, we've just launched an app.
Okay.
जहाँ पर हम आज सबके पास स्मार्टफोन है. So if they have an app जहाँ पर वो क्लिक कर पाए और उनकी भाषा में बात करने वाले स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट उन्हें मिले, then is where a big difference is happening. क्योंकि if I'm working currently with a project of an corporate company who is funding Mizoram athletes.
Oh, nice.
So when I go to Mizoram and I talk to them, even if I'm teaching them the best techniques, the biggest barrier is language. हम अगर उन लोगों के language में बात नहीं कर पाए तो उन्हें वो message नहीं दे पाएंगे. But luckily my company and we are making sure कि हर state में, हर city में अगर हम उन लोकल लैंग्वेज में बात करने वाले स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट क्रिएट कर पाए, जैसे मिजोरम में अभी हमने हुआ है कि मीजो स्पीकिंग स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट को डेवलप किया है. हम उन्हें मेंटर करते हैं सिटिंग इन Mumbai, but look at the change that is happening, that now the parents want to come and have one-on-one sessions with a Mizo speaking psychologist, and they are opening up. They are opening up कि I don't go to school, I don't understand what is going to be my future, or probably I want to go here, I want to go and train in the best academy in India. लेकिन कैसे हो पाएगा, मेरे मम्मी पापा तो कह रहे कि वो मुझे मिजोरम से बाहर नहीं भेजेंगे. तो जब ये चैलेंजेस आते हैं साइकोलॉजिस्ट के पास तो हम काम कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक वी आर स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली रीचिंग टू द रूट्स. गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो मेकिंग एफर्ट्स इन मेकिंग श्योर दैट स्टेट लेवल पे जो सेंटर्स होते हैं वहाँ पर रिक्रूटमेंट हो रही है ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट. सो देयर गुड एथलीट्स आर गोइंग टू टेक the benefit of these services. but privately जो खेलते हैं उनके लिए भी अभी ये options आ रहे हैं. जैसे मैंने कहा कि एक ऐप है या फिर आप सर्च करें, आज हर किसी के पास स्मार्टफोन है. इसीलिए कोविड के टाइम हमने पूरा एजुकेशन स्मार्टफोन्स के ऊपर चलवाया है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैड डोनेटेड देयर फोन्स फॉर एजुकेशन. है ना. तो वैसे ही एथलीट्स ऑल ओवर इंडिया जो पहले कहते थे कि हम एक स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट टू फेस ही मिलेंगे, now I'm training a lot of athletes who are in different parts of India, who are even abroad, Indians who are abroad and having sessions with me. Yes, because even through the media of Zoom or Google Meet, वो मुझसे बात कर सकते हैं, मैं उनसे बात कर सकती हूँ. So that makes a lot of difference. एक पहुँच की सिर्फ ज़रूरत होती है, एक बार एक चिंगारी की ज़रूरत होती है, एक समझ की ज़रूरत होती है कि आपको ये मदद मिल सकती है. वंस दैट सेगमेंट उन लोगों तक ये पहुँचे कि हाँ कुछ ऐसा है और जो आप एक्सेस कर सकते हो, तो देन आई थिंक इट्स एन अवेकनिंग एंड great work can happen.
And sports psychology, it is like जब भी कुछ इशू हो रहा है सिर्फ तभी होती है या इट्स अ ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस?
ओके, सो क्या हम अपनी तबीयत का ख्याल सिर्फ एग्जाम या कंपटीशन से पहले रखें, बाकी टाइम कुछ भी खाए कुछ भी करे सोए रहे चलेगा? नहीं. There's a discipline that the body and the sport requires. Similarly, sport psychology is also an ongoing process. So we work with athletes all throughout the year, but that does not mean कि वो हमारे ऊपर dependent है. We help them become independent. After the training, हम जैसे पहले हम हर हफ्ते में मिलते हैं, so महीने में 4 बार. After few weeks and months, जैसे हमें पता चलता है कि एथलीट हैज बिकम इंडिपेंडेंट, फिर हम महीने में 2 बार मिलते हैं, फिर हम महीने में 1 बार मिलते हैं. यस, एंड देन वी मीट आफ्टर 3 months, 6 months, and whenever the athlete needs. Sorry. Yes, so I think सिर्फ जब इम्पोर्टेंट टूर्नामेंट है तब स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. जो चीज़ें हमें कंपटीशन के टाइम, परफॉर्मेंस के टाइम करनी होती है, उसकी आदत पहले से डालनी होती है. मेंटल ट्रेनिंग इज ऑल अबाउट प्रिपरेशन. इसीलिए हम ऑफ सीजन में बहुत ज़्यादा काम करते हैं, प्री सीजन में बहुत ज़्यादा काम करते हैं, और सीजन में हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं कि क्या हो रहा है जिससे अगले सीजन में हम उसके ऊपर काम कर पाए.
So it's not like it's a magic pill जो मतलब खाया और we went for performance. It's like ongoing.
Absolutely, that is one of the myth कि आबरा कडाबरा गिली गिली छू कुछ हो जाएगा. So मैंने हल्दी का दूध पी लिया, अब मैं गोरी हो जाऊंगी, ऐसे तो है नहीं. Yeah, so we make sure that we make it clear to athletes, parents, coaches that it's a process. और हर कोई अलग अलग टाइम पे रिजल्ट्स, अलग अलग स्पीड से रिजल्ट देगा. नॉट ऑल एथलीट्स विल शो रिजल्ट्स इन द फर्स्ट गो. कुछ जल्दी पिकअप कर लेते हैं तो कुछ टाइम लेते हैं. दे आर रिजिड, नहीं मैम आप कुछ भी बोलो मुझे यही सोचना है. सो दैट हैपेंस.
एंड स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी में हाउ डू यू कीप अप विद द पेस ऑफ चेंजिंग जनरेशन? ऐसे पहले मिलेनियल से जेन जीज आए, अल्फा, एंड अब बीटा चालू हो जाएंगे. सो हाउ डू यू कीप पेस विद all these changing generations?
I think it's again a very important question. Brain is evolving, है ना. Evolutionary psychology में जो हम पढ़ते थे अब देखने में आ रहा है. काफ़ी सारे athletes active, rather I can say hyper active है. Okay, so attention उनका कम है but laser focus है. Okay, so there is a good side and a bad side to it. हम bad side को देख रहे हैं कि बच्चा एक जगह पर बैठ नहीं पा रहा है, but good side ये है कि जब वो जो चीज़ उसे पसंद है वो घंटों कर पा रहा है. Okay, so Gen Zs और अभी beta, as you're saying, the next generation which is coming, their brains are different. Yes, and they are faster, quicker, they are more inquisitive, they are more flexible and adaptable. Nevertheless, they are also not aware about the challenges because of how they are. Yes, and that's where the earlier generations can help them. लेकिन फिर उन्हें लगता है कि no one is able to understand them. That's where a sports psychologist comes in. Yes, कोच तो मुझे समझ ही नहीं पा रहे, पेरेंट्स को तो समझ में ही नहीं आता मैं क्यों ऐसे कर रहा हूँ, मुझे अपना स्पेस नहीं देते, मुझे हमेशा टोकते रहते हैं. सो पहले के ज़माने में जहाँ पेरेंट्स का टोकना was to put discipline, अब के बच्चों का है coming into my space. Okay, so our way of working with this generation is to understand their needs and communicate and help them communicate what their needs are to their coaches and parents. That's how we bridge the gap and we say that we'll work together as a team. So that's very, very important. Yeah, to step into their world is important because वो lingo बहुत ज़रूरी है. At least in any kind of a therapeutic relationship, communication plays a very, very important role. और फिर change लाने के लिए वो एक environment ecosystem बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, जो हम करते हैं by interacting with coaches and parents to bridge the gap. Yes, old school और new school को एक साथ लाना. Yes.
Interesting. And you mentioned about communication. So, how important is listening and communication in sports psychology?
You mean to say in our practice or in the... Okay. So one, it's a core quality that is required in a mental health professional, a therapist. हमारे athletes काफ़ी चीज़ें जो बोल रहे हैं उसके पीछे का अर्थ समझने के लिए एक्टिव लिसनिंग बहुत ज़रूरी है. उसी के साथ उनके जो नॉन वर्बल क्यूज़ है, उनके चेंजेस जो है बॉडी लैंग्वेज में, उनके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस जो है, ये टैप करना, ये हर थेरेपिस्ट का जैसे काम होता है वैसे ही हमारा काम है. लेकिन यहाँ पर सिचुएशन बहुत डायनामिक है, चीज़ें बहुत चेंज होती है. सो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू टैप दीज एंड अंडरस्टैंड द behind the scene thought process and emotions that are lingering around. Communication is one of the most important aspect for success, because even if you're playing a game like chess, Guke said we were a team. Even if you're playing a game which is individual sport, you have a coach, you have pair of parents, you have a physio, you have a nutritionist, you have a psychologist and masseur or SNC. तो इनके बीच में भी कम्युनिकेशन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. बच्चे का और कोच का कम्युनिकेशन होना, बच्चे का पेरेंट्स का, कोच का और पेरेंट्स का, ये हर लिंक अगर किसी चीज़ से जुड़ी हुई है तो कम्युनिकेशन है. और कम्युनिकेशन गैप्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर्स बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज लाते हैं इन द सक्सेस स्टोरी, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स when there are communication challenges, it leads to range of emotions, and
Correct.
emotions can affect performance. So we give a lot of emphasis on communication, interpersonal communication as well as intrapersonal communication. जो मैंने self talk कहा था, जो हम अपने आप से बात करते हैं उसे भी communication ही कहते हैं, और हम दूसरों से करते हैं. So आपने जो generation में change बोला था, तो पहले की generation was more about obedience, सुनना, versus आज की generation जो शायद अपना opinion दे देती, opinionated लगते हैं, but that is because they are upfront, and the earlier generations probably may feel के they are disrespecting, but it's more about putting forth your point. So assertiveness से थोड़ा सा aggressiveness पर कभी-कभी generation चला जाता है, but because they are vocal, a lot of time it becomes easier for us to understand what are the needs and how we can explain them if the needs are irrational, or probably explain the needs to the other party जिनके साथ ये communication होना ज़रूरी है. Yeah.
Interesting. And one question that I have in my mind is, sports, how is it different for men versus women? I mean, what are the challenges that men face versus what women face?
So men and women challenges, okay. Can I say that it starts right from beginning? Okay. Sport selection, a lot of times घर से ही शुरू होते हैं कि ये खेल लड़कों के लिए, लड़कियों के लिए नहीं है, या ये लड़कियों के लिए, आपके लिए नहीं है, लड़कों को कहा जाता है. So sport selection is something which is different. When you get into sports, कौन सी एज तक आप स्पोर्ट्स खेल सकते हो, यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा डिसएडवांटेजेस कुछ साल पहले तक लड़कियों के लिए था. Now that you are 14 and 15, now it's enough. Now you are growing up. Yes. Now it's not appropriate to wear this kind of a dress or be along with boys, travel for tournaments. Versus boys always got that advantage. Now we are coming to a generation which has come out of it and they are parents. So they feel that no, girls should get equal opportunities, equality hai, and so they are encouraging their daughters into all those things. There's a lot of physiological change. जो प्यूबर्टी पहले 14 साल में आ रही थी, आज 9-10 साल की उम्र में भी आ रही है. So there are a lot of physical changes that are happening. Most of the coaches are male. Yes. So that understanding of menstruation, understanding the challenges, emotional challenges of female athletes is still a big barrier here. Okay. यूथ एथलीट्स के साथ काम करने के टाइम स्किल सेट अलग लगता है, एंड अडल्ट एथलीट्स के साथ काम करने के टाइम स्किल सेट अलग लगता है. वैसे ही मेन एंड फीमेल एथलीट्स, मेल एंड फीमेल एथलीट्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. फीमेल्स आर मोर इमोशनल. व्हेन आई से इमोशनल, मतलब हर चीज के ऊपर रोना नहीं है. देयर इज मोर इमोशंस इन्वॉल्व इन द स्पोर्ट. उनके लिए समझना, अटेंशन देना, अप्रिशिएट करना बहुत ज़्यादा मायने रखता है. एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू मेल्स, a lot of times it's taken for granted कि ये तो चल जाता है, but they also have their particular needs. Communication also gets affected because of the gender differences, as well as the physiological demands जो है. Certain times when we say when girls are coming from the rural part, still the ecosystem has not evolved to accept a lady going and leading, playing with shots for hours, staying out late night. तो अभी तक वो challenges है. From the coaching point of view, dealing with the physical changes and emotional changes. From parental point of view, safety, security, and what is the future. Yeah. From the athletic point of view, it's more about getting equal, but it's still there is a miss, क्योंकि ये gender inequality in coaching at least है, coaches में है. Yeah. So you'll see a lot of sports psychologists who are female, but we have few male sports psychologists, and we see a lot of difference that they bring to the group. Yes. So yes, ये gender related challenges है.
And very interestingly, you said when you see male psychologist, what is the difference that you see in terms of how you approach and how they approach?
So I'll not say, I will not bias it by saying that their emotional understanding or our emotional understanding are different, but their way of looking at situations, their practical approaches, their way of synchronizing the nature of problem versus a female sports psychologist, we complement each other very well. So जो हमारे अंदर it's still a challenge where men are looked upon differently. Yes. So when it comes from an male, it is considered differently. As in when it comes from a female practitioner. No doubt in sports psychology or in the psychological field, females do get more preference. But as I told you, that a male and his way of looking at the world brings a plethora. I mean, I'm working with male sports psychologists, and I can see, their way of looking at the situations and bringing tech, yes, which is very, very important these days. Their understanding, getting, data and working on it makes a lot of difference. No doubt, few girls are also doing it really, really well. Yeah.
Pretty interesting. And, I have a few pointers or questions that would be more like a rapid fire for you.
Okay.
On, how as a psychologist you deal with that. So, like sports person, they go through low self-worth phases, right? How do you deal with that?
So when an athlete compares performance with self-worth, तो performance जैसे ऊपर नीचे होता है, self-worth होता है. But actually self-worth, my performance today is equal to my efforts that I invested today. And the moment I teach my athlete that you are not an object and this performance is based on what efforts you put in, so slowly and steadily we start blaming the efforts rather than myself. And that's where the self-worth can be restored. कि मैंने आज मैं बुरा नहीं था, आज मेरे efforts कम थे. The moment you externalize and see efforts as a bigger contributor, you can always say that अगली बार efforts ज़्यादा होगा तो better result होगा. So that's how you detach your self-worth from performance and you attach your efforts to results, is when self-worth can be retained.
How can a sports person be in the present moment and maintain their calm and composure?
Okay, so that's a very important mental training technique called as mindfulness. And one of the best ways to do it is focus on your breathing, centering, or just aligning or focus on your breath, on inhalation and slow exhalation, patterns of breathing where there's something called as box breathing, where you breathe in 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, or different kind of shape breathing that we do, infinite sign breathing, or a rainbow kind of a breathing where you breathe in and slowly breathe out 7 times, 7 colors of rainbow. So breath work is a fantastic way in which it helps you ground and be in the present moment. Yes. So mindfulness is all about not thinking about past, not thinking about future, being where you are, and breathing really helps you ground. Yes.
How can sports people deal with failure and rejection?
Okay. So first and foremost, it's about the philosophy. So coaches and parents can play a bigger role here about looking at failures as a stepping stone. So if we have failed, does not mean everything went wrong. There are certain things you did well, which needs to be first counted and appreciated. And what went wrong can be learning lessons which we can improve next time. When post matches, post game analysis, where we look at what good we did and what we can improve next time, failure is looked upon as a learning experience. Through the coaches, through the parents, the athlete will be much better in dealing with taking the setbacks as a newer goal on which you can build upon. Yeah.
How can sports people they can recover from their injuries and be back to the ground?
Okay. So injuries are generally physical. So there's a good amount of physiotherapy related rehabilitation that is required. Okay. Now, if we keep on sulking in the emotions of what we have lost and not focus on what we can do, which is the rehabilitation, then we're missing on a lot. So what is within your control at that point in time is to take rest, take good training, rehab training, work on things that you had missed out for so long, be in a happier zone, and slowly and steadily help your body and mind heal so that you come faster. So following the process and focusing on what you can control is the key.
I mean, performance anxiety is real, right? How can sports people deal with performance anxiety?
So performance anxiety is, we call it pre-competition anxiety. These are nothing but severe changes that happen in your body and mind. A lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions, overwhelming emotions, and a series of changes in your body. So first being aware about these changes and learning to reduce these changes by a technique that I've already mentioned about breathing exercises, mindfulness, helps reduce the anxiety, because performance anxiety comes when you're thinking about what's going to happen. जो अभी तक हुआ ही नहीं. Yeah. So you're thinking about what can happen is what makes you nervous. So by grounding yourself in the present moment helps you deal with it.
Interesting. How can they, sports people, they can build their stamina and do continuous training when, they're not even getting results?
Okay, so when you said stamina, I was looking at endurance and consistency. But when you ended it by saying when you're not getting results,
yeah,
then it becomes a different ball game. So it's about adhering in spite of not getting results. So being motivated, So there are two types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. एक बाहर से चीजें देख के उनसे इंस्पायर होना, और एक है अंदर से इंस्पायर्ड फील करना. So the fun, the love for the sport, the love for learning new, getting better, improving, these are the internal fires which can be ignited by coaches and parents, so that the players start being involved in a self-competition, self-reference goals. I want to be better than myself. That is much easier. And what is easier can be more motivating to go for. So realistic goals and working on your self-reference goals.
Interesting. And how can successful sports people deal with overnight stardom?
Okay, so everyone wants it, let's be honest, but we're not trained to handle it. Yeah. So what happens is, again, sports में बहुत ही common है to jump into future, yes. And stardom brings a lot of, exciting thoughts about opportunities and things that you've always wanted, which can be now possible. Yeah. So to avoid such aspects to deviate you from your goal, it's important to refocus back and be grounded in, the bigger purpose. So, goal setting and attentional focus control is what is important. To refocus back, enjoying those moments, being in those moments, appreciating those, and then coming back to roots, getting back to where you belong is what we help athletes with. So that's what I can say in this area.
It's very interesting because, yeah, I mean, sports is a field wherein it's make or break kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, and I think stardom is about you being at high, and at the next
Exactly.
point, the same people who have made you feel so proud and
Correct.
so special can make you feel miserable. So, how much do you put in start believing in this, aura
Correct.
versus, enjoying that and then coming back to roots, which happens quite a lot in sports. When you go next day, the coach brings you down. Come back to where we are and put it out here on field. Yes.
Nice. And the second question is related to the first, because if you're performing well, it's stardom. If you're not, it's trolling.
Yes.
How to deal with trolling?
Now this generation, okay, हमारे generation में ना, attraction towards opposite gender was a big challenge. हमारे माँ बाप को हमको पकड़ के रखना पड़ता था कि बेटा यहाँ वहाँ मत नजर घुमाना. अब पेरेंट्स को यहाँ वहाँ की ज़्यादा टेंशन नहीं होती, मोबाइल की ज़्यादा होती है. So a lot of athletes are on social media, and that's why the trolling, especially with the elite athletes, I can say, does have an impact. But as I said, with right kind of mental training, they also know how to refocus back. Yes, these are humans, so it's bound to, you can have your breakdowns, but when you have someone with whom you can share and vent it out and then regain your self, I think that is how it is meant to deal with those trolls. So disappointments, feeling rejected or feeling hurt is very, very common. But that's what we teach them in self-talk training, how to, change your thought process to manage your emotions.
Nice. And how can sports people deal with all or nothing kind of fan following?
Fan following. I think it's more to do with, understanding that sports is all about emotions, and जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Yes. So there are a lot of expectations and demands from the fans about your performance. But we in sports psychology help them realign why they are here, the purpose, the goal setting. We help them refocus back on the game. And we help them make sure that fans and their thoughts about you are not what are true. What you believe about yourself is what is making all the difference. To reinstilling the self-belief on their own self-talk and making sure they're focusing on the right things. So focus training is one of the most important things. When the focus shifts from the fans to the play, where you can again perform to a level where the fans are excited, but not for the fans, but for your own self, is where we make a lot of difference.
And I once was going through one of the videos, and it was about Michael Phelps, wherein after winning his Olympic gold, he went into depression.
Yes.
And he actually came out in public and he said that I am depressed. So even after winning the game, he was depressed. Why does that happen with the sports people?
So there are a lot of things. I mean, there are different personal reasons as well. But let me tell you from the performance point of view. हम किसी चीज़ के पास शिद्दत से मेहनत करते हैं और फिर वो मिलने के बाद एक वैक्यूम हो जाता है. There's a sense of containment, yes, but you are not over. You still have many more years to go because you're still young.
Correct.
It needs a lot of efforts and it needs a lot of sacrifice. ठीक है, स्पोर्ट्सपन की लाइफ वैसे नहीं होती जैसे जनरल लोगों की है कि कभी भी उठ लिए, कभी भी किसी को मिल लिए, आज रेस्टोरेंट जाना है, आज कुछ भी करना है, आज मूवी देखना है. नो, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into training. There's a lot of pain, endurance that is required, and that's why even after winning the highest thing, which is an Olympic gold, you may feel a vacuum as to I'm alone. I'm not able to speak up what I want. I'm not able to enjoy those moments that I would have liked to, because I want to come back and get into the same schedule. Yes.
Correct,
So there are different reasons for why he has felt that. But let me tell you, the common thing is, you still have to get into that cycle of sacrifices and pain and endurance and be on that path to get more and more. And a lot of people speak about fear of failure. There's also fear of success. So एक बार आपने सक्सेस मिला लिया, फिर आपको बार और ऊपर करना है. क्या वो कर पाऊंगा या नहीं is something that is a bigger reason of depression.
Very interesting. Yeah.
कभी सोचा नहीं होगा.
Correct. Fear of success.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is equally demanding and equally exhausting, because you've put in everything and now people and the society is expecting कि ये everything से भी और ज़्यादा आपको करना है. Yes. So that's where the role of a mental health professional and a sports psychologist comes in. Yes.
And पूरे दौरान we were talking about sports person, but in reality, sports is their profession, right? They have a personal life as well.
Yes.
How can they can actually manage their personal life along with sports, which is such a demanding profession?
So यहाँ पर आपने मुझे बड़े ही डायलेमा में डाल दिया है as an athlete and as an sports psychologist. So athletic identity हो जाती है हमारी, हम अपने आप को सिर्फ उस एथलीट के जोन में देखते हैं, तो हमारी पूरी जिंदगी एज एन एथलीट ही हो जाती है. But there's life outside as well, and so then when there is transition, when you move out of the sport and now you're kind of going to be in the testing world, you are not equipped because the only thing you know is sports. Yes, so it is very important to balance academics, your skill set that you like, along with athletics, so that it gives you a purpose and makes you feel good enough along with being an athlete. So athletic identity के अलावा भी identity होनी चाहिए, जो कि इंडिया में काफ़ी हद तक होती है because of a lot of things that the parents do, जिसका प्रेशर आ जाता है, ये अलग बात है. But it is important that we understand and players को हम transition में help करते हैं to move out of their different kind of emotions. Despair होता है, guilt होता है, गुस्सा होता है, frustration होता है, to move into the other phase of life. Yeah, so it's a tricky question. Being an athlete is not easy. It requires a lot of disengagement from social life, but also we help athletes have mental rejuvenation also, where they cut off from sport and on the free day they be themselves, they explore different things that they like, so that they can have that mental recovery as well.
जो आपने कहा ना कि इंडिया में पेरेंट्स प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन दिस, एंड आई गेस इंदिरा नूई का मैं एक बार एक वीडियो देख रही थी, and she has been the CEO of PepsiCo, right? So of course, I mean, even at those positions, it's like, of course, your career matters a lot and your personal life takes a back seat. तो उसमें वो कह रही थी कि मैं घर आती थी and my mother used to be like, अच्छा खाना गरम कर देना, अच्छा ये कर देना, and I used to be like, Mom, do you realize मैं CEO हूँ PepsiCo की, मतलब it's a $1 billion company, and आप मुझे कह रहे होगी तो CEO अपने ऑफिस में होगी, तो यहाँ पे मेरी बेटी है जो मैं कह रही हूँ चुपचाप कर. And she's like, that was such a grounding experience because you come to reality.
Absolutely.
कि तुम CEO होगे, ठीक है वहाँ होगे, बट घर आ रहे हो तो you are a normal human being.
हमको ये एक्सपीरियंस आता है हमारे ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स में, जहाँ पर कपड़े भी हमें धोने हैं और मेस में खड़ा रह के हमारे प्लेट्स लेने हैं. सो नेचुरली यस, द सिस्टम कीप्स यू ग्राउंडेड. No doubt humongous change has come in the way athletes are treated now, but for sure, athletes have a disciplined life where they are trained to make sure that they do a lot of things by themselves. Yeah, so I think groundedness आ जाता है, and कुछ जगह पर जब वो नहीं आ पाता, that's where you see extreme cases.
And sports person के लिए being a team player is very important. So where does being a team player versus individual performance stand, and how can they manage expectation of both the things?
Yeah, so you're talking about team games where there is an individual role as well as playing a role for the entire team. So देखिए, when you're playing a team sport, there are common goals. And that's where the role of the sports manager and coaches and sports psychologists then coming in makes a lot of difference. To have a shared common goal, yes, with right kind of roles set for everyone. Yes. Now, when we say that let's focus on the performance, every individual has a set of roles to play, which, if they do well, helps the team. Yeah. So, having a common goal as well as set responsibilities, and everyone striving towards serving their responsibilities in the best way is the best fit approach. Yes. Nevertheless, a lot of times लोग हैं, जैसे हम कहते हैं, दो बर्तन एक साथ रखेंगे तो आवाज़ आएगी. सो अलग अलग लोग होते हैं, अलग अलग पर्सनैलिटीज़ होती है. तो कभी कभार हो जाता है जब एथलीट्स स्टार्ट प्रायोरिटाइजिंग देयर पर्सनल गेन्स ओवर द टीम्स परफॉर्मेंसेस, which is identified, and at managerial level, at the psychologist level, we identify and help them align, or probably they bear the brunt of being on the bench and not being a part of the team when it comes to having a performance of a team rather than individual. So players, they do get groomed, they start understanding, and that's where leadership has a lot of role to play. तो कोच जो है, जो असिस्टेंट कोचेस है, जो कैप्टन है, स्टाइल्स अलग अलग होती है लीडरशिप की, तो उसके हिसाब से the sports psychologist helps blend such outliers to get them in the main core team. Yes.
And what does it take, like, to play at international forums? Because usually जो हमारे players हैं वो interior of India से आ रहे हैं, and if they get a chance, of course they are doing competitive sports, they are playing competitive sports even within the country, but जब वो international forums में जाते हैं, so what does it take to perform there?
So I think सबसे important चीज़ मैंने जैसे आपसे पहले भी कहा, it's all about focus. Competition is a competition and performance is a performance, whether it is in your city, in a bigger place in India, or it is abroad. What makes a difference is the environment, the situations are very different when they go out, and if they are not able to align back to what they need to focus on. जैसे वहाँ का माहौल, वहाँ की अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें, लोग क्या पहन रहे हैं, कैसे दिख रहे हैं, उनके स्ट्रक्चर्स, अगर उन्हीं के बारे में सोचते रहे तो हमारा परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा नहीं होता. So we help a lot of times, sports psychologist helps visualizing in advance how it's going to be in those countries, acclimatization of their minds to the weather conditions, the food. The nutritionist plans the food based on how they might have there, or have our food being prepared to help them feel more at home. So it's all about understanding, to realign, work on the goals and refocus, and make sure that we are following routines. स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी में प्री परफॉर्मेंस रूटीन्स बहुत ज़रूरी होती है. तो वो रूटीन्स के ऊपर अगर हम फोकस कर पाए, तो आप कहीं पर भी ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो या कहीं पर भी कॉम्पीट कर रहे हो, यू विल स्टिल फॉलो द सेम स्टेप्स विच विल हेल्प यू परफॉर्म और बी इन द राइट positive mental attitude or mental state, which is going to help you perform to the best. So that's what is the goal of a sports psychologist, as a coach and as a manager, to make sure कि हम जितना हो सके उतना normal चीज़ें रखें और उन चीज़ों को follow करें जो हम घर पे करते हैं, even when you're traveling abroad.
Correct. Because I remember that scene from movie Milkha Singh, wherein when Milkha Singh goes to Australia and वो पहली बार देखता है, मतलब there are foreigners and the culture is very different. So मतलब उस मूवी में ऐसा दिखाया कि he loses track.
Yes.
And then you know his coach actually tells him, मतलब I think वो हार भी जाता है उसमें,
जी,
and
जी,
then
जी.
the coach you know brings him back to the reality. This is not what you were supposed to do.
Absolutely. So yes, there are moments where a lot of athletes tend to get deviated, and that is why having a good communication, having a good understanding and relationship, coach-athlete relationship is very important. Having good anchors in an athlete's life, फिर वो friends हो या colleagues हो, you know, co-players हो, या फिर घर में parents या कोई पीछे हो, you know, your partner also. These days a lot of people are married, and you know their partner can play a positive role of keeping you grounded. Yeah, so it is important for such people support system to be around who will help you, you know, kind of keep you grounded. तो स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं एंड यूज अ टेक्निक कॉल्ड एज you know visualization, and you know you imagine imagery where you create scenarios which you can face and prepare yourself to, you know, what would you do in these situations. So kind of make them prepared for the scenarios in advance, so it's not new.
And you know, one last question after so many questions. I mean, India का performance जो Paralympics में था, that was really exemplary. Whereas Olympics में मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था कि we were still, you know, trying a lot. We are still not there. आपको क्या लगता है as a sports psychologist, why was that the case?
So first and foremost, let us understand that the expectations from the core able-bodied athletes was way, way higher. A lot was invested on them and lot was expected in return. तो सब athletes जो है ये काफ़ी pressure में थे. Yes, and that has counted to, you know, not being able to manage their emotions and thoughts well. When it comes to para athletes, let me be very honest, whether they are by birth having challenge or they have kind of acquired it due to some accident or some challenge, their mental strength is at a next level. Recently, I was in Delhi and for, you know, understanding the high performance Olympians का high performance center में क्या demands है, and I've seen para athletes, you know, facing challenges which we can't even think about. Yeah, so they face n number of barriers multiple times that their ability to cope with them is much better. Yes. Also, because the expectations ka barrier is less, they have been able to perform quite a lot more than the able-bodied. Yes. So, एक उनकी खुद की you know, the psychological strength, I can say, is much better. And second, lack of you know, the unnecessary pressure to perform has also helped them be in their best forms when it mattered. When it came to able-bodied athletes, as I told you, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि इन्होंने अच्छा नहीं किया है, बट क्योंकि हमारा एज फैंस भी देखने का नजरिया हुआ है कि अब कर ही रहे हो तो अच्छा करना ही है,
Correct.
शायद हमने भी उस तरीके से देखा है. We have had our moments where we've seen अभी गोल्ड आ सकता है versus disqualification.
Correct.
या बैडमिंटन वेयर, यू नो, लक्ष्य सेन, कभी हमने ऐसा कोई अचीव ही नहीं किया, एंड देन probably, you know, your expectations are really high कि अब कुछ हो सकता है, and he is also human, he is playing back to back serious exhaustive matches, yes, which requires the body and mind to recover. Yes, he's a young boy and he's going to learn out of it. So yes, he has also accepted. We had the coach speaking after the match that you know probably the mental part could play a lot of role. तो मैंने जैसे कहा कि expectations का burden from home crowd, from, you know, back home, and from the authorities who have put in so much of efforts behind you, becomes a big challenge to, you know, focus and perform. तो जो anxiety, जो nerves है, हम सोच भी नहीं सकते. It's a different level of league that is required, and that is why we had a sports science director in the Olympic team for the shooters, and I had an opportunity to, you know, listened to him, and where he said they had simulation training of Olympic finals happening and what kind of pressure, and then regulating yourself and being in your best phase. It's not easy to be at wanted to perform. Yeah. So for example, Neeraj, and he had a hell lot of pressure on him to perform because you've already achieved a goal. अब इसके बाद क्या? अब goal को maintain करना है. So I spoke about success, fear of success. So there are a lot of things that have happened, and the performance anxiety is a killer because of the expectations that a lot of people have.
That's very interesting.
And that's where I think I'll take an opportunity to say that mental training cannot just be pre-games or few days, months before big events. It's about training your mind to shift the mindset, which is an ongoing process. ठीक है? तो जैसे हम हमारी बॉडी का ख्याल रखते हैं, हमारी स्किल्स के ऊपर काम करते हैं, sports psychology and sports psychologists have to be a part of that family where we are day in day out connected, maybe not on a regular basis, but as a part of the team to make sure that the mental well-being is retained, so that a mentally fit athlete will be able to invest in training as well as give back in training and competitions much more. Yeah, so this is what I feel that my company nudges people into, that it's important to speak out. It's okay to be not okay. It's okay to ask for help. And if I can take an opportunity, I'm going to ask a lot of people to make sure that understand that sports and athletes are very much human. You all are human. Mistakes are inevitable, and learning from those mistakes is going to be very, very crucial part. And a sports psychologist will surely help you see through it in a better way and help you reach your potential, not something extraordinary, not something better or in comparison to others. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to a lot of new people seeing your blog and being aware that there is a side of preparation which is beyond body and which is helping the body to give its best.
Correct.
And that is what is sports psychology.
Yeah, I mean, the entire conversation has been very, very insightful. And, I have learned a lot. I'm sure our viewers would have done the same. Thank you so much, Amruta, for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for making me a part of it and reaching out to people, speaking about importance of this topic. Thank you so much.